I dare you.
Damn, son.
Well, howdy, hey, my snarky friends, and welcome back to another snarky reaction. I'm your inconsistent host, Snarky Priest, and do I have a mediocre shit show for you? As many of you know, our half-a-ton grumpy meal has been doing long-ass live streams, and even did a 12-hour live stream filled with epic failures, third-grade meltdowns, and an unacceptable amount of crazy frog. Her chaotic fever dream went from bad to worse to DEFCON 5, all because someone mentioned going for a walk.
I'm unwell to go out. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. Like, I don't want to go outside. I've said a million fucking times. I don't want to go outside. I'm tired of people pushing me to do things. And honestly, I would rather live my life alone and in peace and do what the fuck I want with my life than people harassing me all the time to do shit I don't want to fucking do. If I don't want to go on the goddamn fucking treadmill, I don't want to go. Okay? Like, if I want to be fat and die in 5 years, that's my fucking problem. That's my decision.
Jeepers. I haven't seen this level of defiance since the last time someone asked her to go for a walk.
It's Saturday, it's a nice day. You know, supposed to like get up, get ready, go have a nice day. And I just can't. The sun makes me angry. Like literally, like I don't like going out in the day. It's just hard, like I can't pretend. I can't do it today.
Now, her live streams have been all over the place, and due to my extended vacation, it's been kind of hard catching up. First, I want to take a minute to thank you all for your patience. I know I'm not the most consistent creator at uploading content, and that sucks for y'all. This channel is, however, a hobby, and I do have big life goals that I'm trying to achieve, so staying on top of those while keeping up with the Alrafes is quite exhausting. I promise to try and do more content in the future, but for now, all I can give is random videos here and there, and I really do thank you for sticking around. Okie dokie, folks, quick little disclaimer before we sign the dotted line and formally check ourselves in for a lobotomy. If you like today's highly requested yet shockingly unsupervised shit show, hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, remember to hit that bell notification so you can be a part of all the fun fuckery and snarky good times we're going to have. Alrighty, with the T's dotted and the I's inside, let's start at the beginning because in my opinion, it really does capture the spirit of the stream. Now, many of you may be asking yourself, what's so interesting about the beginning of the stream? And I'm so glad you asked. Nothing. That's right, a big fat uninteresting nothing, because here we sit staring at the fucking wall for almost 5 minutes. This asshole started her stream and left us on mute to get herself together enough to come on stream, only to then gaslight her viewers into thinking it was no big deal. It was just a few minutes.
Okay, we're back. Hello, everybody. Hey, Karen. Terry Berry, it's not a good start. Oh, give me a break. It's been like 2 minutes.
Y'all, I knew in the first 5 minutes of her stream I was going to be annoyed by her blatant disregard for anyone but herself, but no one could have predicted it would go downhill so fast. She pretty much raged the entire stream, only pausing here and there to stuff food in her face. She raged at everything, including but not limited to a drive-through window. She raged at other drivers, the GPS, and even a few innocent roundabouts. None were safe from Cutie's crash out. Beezers and trolls alike were blocked at the mere mention of disappointment, and trust me, there were rumblings. People were not happy with the lack of entertainment, and that's because expectations had not been met. Not only did our hefty hunk of fat promise a 12-hour live stream, she guaranteed activities ranging from souk shopping to truth or dares, and pridefully boasted about all the fun her stream was going to be.
One good news is I hate to say it in case I don't do it, but now that I'm going to say it, I have to do it. I'm going to do a 12-hour live stream on the 30th. And we have to plan what we're going to do. Maybe the dare, maybe some games, maybe go out for dinner.
Spoiler, no one, not even Grandpa Jeff, the 8th gen fruit fly, enjoyed the stream. It was an utter nightmare of boredom sprinkled with poor planning and the need to seal. The only thing she wasn't too ill to do was disrespect her husband. Based off her publicly broadcasted behaviors, I can honestly say my statements about them living an unhappily ever after have been publicly validated. And look, hey, we didn't need the proof, but I'm certainly glad we got it.
No, I don't.
Okay, see you.
You already know the answer to that.
Ah, yes. You can just feel the gentle tones of love and respect in her voice. I'm just kidding. She was an absolute bitch to him, and to be honest, I can't say that I'm mad about it. However, what I can say is I'm really confused. Didn't she say that she likes big, strong, manly men that take control?
Okay. A man has to be manly, controlling, but in a good way. Like, take control, you know?
Why, yes. Yeah, she did. How funny. She says she likes big, strong men that tell her what to do in a good way. Well, how about we take a look at how her Wasta burden ball and chain takes control?
Goodbye. Bye, Juice.
My. Isn't that embarrassing? You're out here looking like an actual fucking clown right now, and your hairiest husband is the punchline. Face it, cutie, your dipshitted doormat is a useless bag of stupid. Hell, I would bet every fuck that I've ever had that if he was confronted by literally anyone with a Y chromosome in real life, he would wet his sweats, and no one can change my mind. Alrighty, so after demoralizing her chat for the disappointing start, she proceeds to smack her way through burnt beans on a field of rice in a way that can only be described as grotesque. Her eating has become so egregious that I quickly skim past it, and I landed on this part.
If anyone criticizes your religion, just reply, when you follow your religion from A to Z literally, then come and talk. Besides, only God judges, not anyone else. Yeah, exactly. That's usually what I say. It's true, though. It is true. When I was Christian, look at all the things I used to do. Nobody said anything. Now, non-Muslims, people who are awful online, have something to say. I think you can sit and spin. Thanks. What if you're atheist? Then they can judge? No, because that's even worse. Like, they don't even believe in God. They don't even practice the religion at all. So what do they have any right to tell you to do anything if they don't do it themselves, especially? You know what I mean?
Okay, here we go. First off, You're dumb. And let me further state that not only are you dumb, you're incredibly ignorant. The fact that you have the concacity to say something like that means you're a first place winner in dipshittery. And that really does explain a lot. Because me, you, and a bag of cheese all know why people talk about your religious flaws. And spoiler, it's not because you reverted to Islam. No, it's because you reverted to a religion that you knew nothing about, nor have you given an effort to learn. You brought religion to your channel, and for the last 2 years, you've made a mockery of it. You sit online looking like a burn victim, talking shit, telling people to sit and spin. Let's be real. You told people to suck a dick during the holiest month of your newly chosen, yet non-practice religion. Yet you tell people they can't judge you, especially if they're not perfect in their own religion. And that brings me to point number 2. I think you've misunderstood my ordainments. You see, I'm not that kind of priest, and therefore your religion and its rules of engagement have no effect on me or my life. And while I may not be Muslim, I can assure you I'm well within my freedoms of speech to tell you all the ways I know you're doing it wrong. And that's because, unlike you, I've actually taken the time to educate myself on your religion. And that brings me to point number 3. We don't just think you're cosplaying, we know you are. And that belief is based on your blatant disregard for your own Islamic faith. You refuse to make even the most basic of changes. You verbally abuse strangers while raging online and while holding up traffic. You are constantly overeating and living a life of excess. You lie about your good deeds and you boast false accomplishments, like getting an English lit degree. And therefore, regardless of certainties, I'm allowed this opinion. In fact, I'm so entitled to my opinion that I can and will shout it from my soulless soapbox. And while not ideal for you, there is literally nothing you or your God can do about it, because I don't believe in either of you. Lastly, and most importantly, I don't use your lack of religion as a gotcha. I simply give back what you put out. If you didn't talk about religion, I wouldn't judge you on it. If you didn't shame me for being a godless heathen, I wouldn't point out that you're a faithless Muslim. You see how that works? If you put it out there in self-defense, I can take that wet, cold garbage, spice it up with witty comebacks, and give it back to you in a doggy bag. Now, I'm going to be covering this stream in a few videos as I work through it, but I want to really focus on her treatment of Sally in this video, because while I personally don't care, I think her posturing niceness while being a cunt is comical. She repeatedly insisted that she was not the villain, and fuck him and the chat for thinking otherwise. Here, I'll let you be the judge, and by all means, dipshitted beezers, feel free to chime in the comments below.
Whatever, I don't care. He can be mad. I don't give a shit. Like, what do you want me to do? I don't want to go downstairs. Like...
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Hey, how are we gonna travel and vlog if you were like this? I don't know. If you want to get another travel partner, feel free. You don't have to stay with me, baby. You can get another travel partner. I don't care. That's fine. It's up to you.
Well, that seemed like an overdramatic response to someone asking you to go for a 10-minute walk. The fact that you can switch from cranky to crazy in the blink of a bulgy eye is almost as concerning as you having a bulgy eye. I mean, holy ham on rye, calm the fuck down, Pampers, and wheeze before you give yourself an aneurysm. It's really not that big of a deal. And if you seriously can't walk for 10 minutes with your husband in 80-degree weather, then you need to squeak them cranky cheeks to the cherry and get your 6X butter biscuits to the airport and go the fuck home. Because at this point, you're all but bedbound, and whether or not you want to admit it to yourself doesn't change the fact that you are. And hey, listen, don't let my sweet voice fool you. I give no fucks. In fact, I have stated before, I've chosen to fully support your need to feed. Why? Because I'm supportive like that. However, I was shocked and slightly appalled at how you repaid my coffins come in all sizes support.
We all know that eventually their vitriol and hatred will make them turn on each other. That's what bonded them initially, yeah. True. They call it hate bonding. Take another bite, eat more. Don't they realize they're saying die? What they have to... Yeah, of course they realize that, YouTube.
So, let me see if I understand this. We're fat phobic if we encourage you to lose weight and get healthy. And we are hateful monsters wishing death upon you for supporting your decisions to eat what you want. Okay, listen here, crazy cow. You're the one eating the food. I'm just telling you that it's okay. However, you thinking that you're going to outlive any of us while looking like this is absolute insanity. You thinking me being snarky is going to somehow shorten my life enough for you to outlive me is not just poorly calculated math, it's scientifically unproven. The over-romantification of your life is honestly quite intriguing, and I think you need to be studied. Your ability to live in a world of utter nonsense and sheer delusion without self-awareness while also preaching self-awareness to others is pure chaos.
Making money moves. When they don't value human life and enthusiastically cheer on a bad outcome. What does that say about them, and why don't they acknowledge how evil they are as collective? Yeah. Some people don't have self-awareness.
You demand privacy while publicly showcasing your shitty life. And when the internet internets with brutal facts, you get pissy and call it unjust jealousy from self-loathing haters. Ma'am, you're 400 pounds. You can't touch your own fucking vagina. You can't walk more than 10 minutes without having a near-death experience. How the fuck am I supposed to be jealous of that failure while looking like this? Hi. Hey there, Moodles. You know, you're always going on about reaction channels being fat and how if we can't get out of bed, then we can't judge you. Well, would you look at that? Over 20 miles today. I guess I can judge you. And furthermore, I'm going to challenge you. That's right. I'm challenging you, bed-bound beauty, to a bike ride. If you can't ride 20 plus miles like I can, then you can shut the fuck up about all reaction channels being fat, ugly losers. Because I can 100% promise you there is not a single trait that you possess that any of us want. And not only that, as a person with self-respect, I don't want your itty-bitty mini muffin either. And that statement is further solidified by this wonderful little memory, because luckily Sally found it. And guys, can we just take a minute to appreciate the humor in this photo? Now, how about this one? Nice. That was fun. It's gonna have to be a no from me, as I would never want to take a twat like him home to meet the folks. I would not only be a laughing stock of my family, they would probably 5150 me. Yet this triple-wide weirdo thinks that Sally Softhands is an alpha catch. She even goes so far as to say that he is so manly that he can kick anyone's asses, while also not being able to stand on business in his own home.
Thanks, Ron. For me, it's when he speaks, period. Yep. I'm sorry, but a real man would be able to kick another man's ass. I'm sorry, but that's just like, okay. I know that sounds, what is the word? Not misogynistic. But you know what I mean? Like, he can sit behind his computer in his mom's house all day talking crap about Salah. But if it comes down to face, Salah could definitely beat his ass. And that alone should make you feel this big.
Fan-fucking-tabulous. That was so embarrassing. Yet old Sugar Hooves is wobbling around the interwebs acting like he's some kind of ninja warrior. Girl, please Stop. We have eyes. We can see that your mini manlet is nothing more than a console kung fu princess who couldn't dominate a houseplant. How about you go ahead and abandon the insane theory and stick to the slightly more believable storyline that he is a frugal Fountain 500, yellow bus, stinky spray co-owner extraordinaire that has business owner money with a fix-a-fan kind of budget. At least that's a little bit harder to prove. Okay, so besides Sally being a giant fucking loser, we get a rare glimpse into her pointless existence, and it's everything we know to be true. She lays around 29 hours of the day, eating her way through countless apps, and there is nothing Sally Nunchucks can do about it. I did find her inability to behave in an adult manner unsettling. When she is not losing her mind over exercise, she is baby talking her way through second dinner, and I don't know what's nastier, her smacking her way through countless meals or her asking Sally for food. Never mind. I think we know. Okay, so the next thing that really gave my snarky soul a giggle was so ridiculous, seeing is necessary.
Oh, it's too small for a hijab. It didn't turn on.
Oh my stars and stripes. I cannot believe this self-loathing lunatic let her husband come online and strap a CPAP to her fucking face for the internet to laugh at, remix, and laugh at again. I would personally like to take a minute to thank the old gods and the new that he did because, goddamn, it was priceless. However, the crazy frog is a real fucking issue, and if it doesn't stop, I'm going to write a stern letter to the authorities. And trust me, with a laugh like this, they will commit you ASA fucking P, because that laugh is not just a red flag. It's a goddamn siren, and it screams mentally unstable. And whoever told him it was cute should be tried and convicted for human cruelty. Alrighty guys, I think that's it for this recap. I'm still catching up and we'll probably make a part 2 and part 3 because, 12 hours is a lot to cover. As always, thanks for watching. Stay snarky. Oh, and hey, one last thing. I know some of you have asked me to cover Chef McShitty Titties and his fat bottom bitch, but honestly, I can't. I just can't stand the idea of giving those two low-value losers any of my time or yours. The only thing I will say is acquitted doesn't mean innocent. Therefore, my opinion hasn't changed, and some people need to stay forgotten.
Fuck you. Fuck you very, very much. 'Cause we hate what you do, and we hate your whole crew. So please don't stay in touch. Fuck you. Fuck you very, very much. 'Cause your words don't translate, and it's getting quite late. So please don't stay in touch. Fuck you very, very much. 'Cause we hate what you do, and we hate your whole crew. So please don't stay in touch. Da 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 da. Fuck you very, very much. 'Cause your words don't translate, and it's getting quite